Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make this creamy, dreamy pumpkin cheesecake. It is absolutely delicious and you're sure to fall in love with it. So let's get started. First, you're going to use 1.5 cups of raw unsalted cashews, and you just want to boil them for about 10 minutes and then you can set them aside. Then you're going to get 1 cup of packed pitted medjool dates, and you want to add those to a food processor. And you're going to process until you get a large sticky date ball. Then you want to remove the date ball and just go ahead and set it aside. And then we're going to get 1 cup of raw unsalted walnuts. You want to add those plus a pinch of sea salt, and that's about 1/16 of sea salt, to the food processor. And then you're going to process that until a meal is formed. Then you want to add the dates back into the food processor, tearing them up into chunks. And then process everything all together until you get like a nice sticky dough like this. And this is going to be our crust. And so I'm using a 9-inch springform pan for easy release. And to make my life a lot easier, I'm also using a 9-inch cake board because I tried this with parchment paper and it just didn't work out too well for me. So the cake board seemed to be a really good solution. So you're just going to want to press it in there a little bit to make sure it's nice and even. And then you can go ahead and lightly grease the surfaces with some melted coconut oil. You're going to need to use this melted coconut oil in the filling anyways, so you might as well go ahead and do this extra step. So now we can transfer the crust into the cake pan. And then you want to just go ahead and start flattening it out and smoothing it out. And if you like, you can kind of push it up against the edges a little higher to get that sort of cute rustic look. And then I'm also going to use a piece of parchment paper and something with a nice flat surface like this little measuring cup to just really smooth out the top. And here you can see just how nice and even and smooth it is. Then you're going to set that in the freezer while we work on our filling. So now you can add the drained cashews to a high-speed blender along with 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice, a 1/3 cup of coconut cream, 3 tablespoons of melted coconut oil, a 1/3 cup of real maple syrup, a tablespoon of agave syrup, 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of pumpkin puree, a pinch of sea salt, which is like 1/16, 1 teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, an 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, and some fresh cracked black pepper, which is kind of a pumpkin pie secret ingredient, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast for that cheesy cheesecake flavor, and of course a generous amount of stevia powder to bump up the sweetness. And then you're just going to go ahead and blend everything on high until you get a nice, smooth, creamy consistency. Then you can transfer the filling into the pan over the crust, give it a couple of shakes, maybe a couple of taps. But you're really going to smooth it out with a soft spatula and just take your time and just get it all nice and smooth on the surface. And it will look something like this. And then you can pop that into the freezer for 3 to 4 hours. And when you take it out, you should have a fairly nice and easy removal from the pan. There we go. And then to prepare it for decorating, you just want to kind of line it up with your serving dish. And then you can just nudge the cake board right onto the serving dish. Just like that. And then just straighten it out a little bit, and voila, we are ready for decorating. So I am using this 3-ingredient homemade caramel sauce that I made. It is absolutely delicious, and you can check out the recipe here. It comes together in about 5 minutes, and it's really super yummy. And as you can see, it works well for decorating. And then we're also going to use my homemade coconut whipped cream recipe here, which you can check out here, which is, dare I say, fairly stabilized. It works out way better than the coconut whipped cream I was purchasing. And you can check out that recipe here, and you can see how absolutely gorgeous this looks. And after a few sprinkles of cinnamon, we are in pumpkin cheesecake heaven. And look at the texture on this, you guys. So smooth and creamy. Get some of that caramel sauce there, some of that homemade whipped cream, and it's just absolutely, absolutely delicious. And this is perfect if you're gonna have guests that might be lactose intolerant or gluten-free, because everybody can absolutely enjoy this dessert. It's just heavenly. So I hope you enjoyed this video recipe. Be sure to like, comment, and share this recipe. It really helps the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe. And thank you for watching. Happy holidays, everyone, and I'll see you next time.